How much pride can you take in keeping that team off the scoreboard tonight and the way your group played overall?
Yeah, that's a really good hockey team over there. I thought Denver was solid as hell. He looked big in the net. He was obviously had a great game for us.
How fitting is it that he gets a shutout on the night that Roberto was inducted into the Ring of Honor?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, it's a lot of good goaltenders in this building. You know, him taking the draw, that was kind of cool. It was fun to be a part of.
Did you get a sense that your team gained some sort of inspiration or jump right out of the game coming out of that ceremony? And obviously the crowd was really into it as well. Yeah,
I think it was a lot of energy. I think the players fed off it. We had some really good. I thought our start and the second was good. You know, and the third we were just kind of, I think we were just kind of throwing pucks out, just trying to eat the clock. But I thought the first two periods were really good.
15 shots against in the third period. How do you feel about your team closing that game out and Demko's performance in that period?
Yeah, he was solid. I thought he was great. I think we can still learn. I think our breakouts in the third, we weren't really connected and we were throwing a lot of pucks away. So those are the things we got to just learn. But for the most part, 4-0. We're pretty happy. Like I said, that's a really good hockey team over there.
How did you feel about Puce's return?
Really good. He was solid. I thought he was really good. Really smart. You can tell the hockey IQ when he's on the ice. It really adds to the dressing room on the ice when he's on the ice. And I thought he did. The penalty kill was really good too. He was part of it.
Joshua, Garland, and Bluger just felt like they set the tone in that first period. Was that the way you saw it as well, with them just kind of really bringing that energy?
Well, obviously them scoring, we've talked about it. Eventually the way they've been playing, they're going to start to score. I think we've all said it, but I think defensively they're pretty damn good out there. When Florida had great A's, they weren't on the ice for them. So you got to give them a lot of credit. It's sticking with it too, and now they're getting rewarded for it. It's like Dakota's really been playing well for us, and Garza was all over the ice, and obviously Teddy does a nice job out there for us.
What do you think of Ondrej Palat tonight in his 5-on-5 play?
Yeah, he had some energy tonight. That was a hell of a goal. I thought he had some energy tonight. Like I said, Suits was good. I thought the line was pretty good.
Did you guys get a chance to talk with Roberto at all today?
No, he was. I had a chance, but I think he had a couple of interviews, so I haven't really talked to him. No.
Rick, you look at this run of success at home. Big key, just keeping things simple for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a big thing. I think it's like we're still trying to establish that identity, and we're chipping away at it. Trying to be a hard team to play against, being smart in our own end. If we're going to give them stuff, give outside shots. We're still learning. There's still some times where we're giving the puck away when we shouldn't. But I think that's just part of the maturation of trying to get that next level.
Rick, 30 games now, 20 wins.
Yeah.
First in the NHL in goal differential, first in the NHL in regulation wins. When you look at sort of this 30-game segment, where do you see areas for improvement, or do you focus mostly on what your club's accomplished?
No, I like this group is nobody's patting each other on the back. Obviously we're happy where we're at. But there's a lot of growth in here that, guys, they're asking a lot of questions. They don't like, we were talking about our neutral zone today, the forecheck, and they're asking a lot of questions. How do we get better at it? How do we get better at breakouts? So I don't see a satisfied group, which makes the staff, coaching staff really happy. I don't think we have time to pat. Now, you can enjoy it. I think these guys should enjoy where they're at. But I think tomorrow's a new day, and we get on the flight. Now we got a big road trip. So I think that's the approach this group likes to have.
JT played only about 15 minutes. Was critical in the room of his performance in the matchup against the Barkov line, and he was also your second least used forward after the first period, which is extremely rare. Was that a matchup you were managing in game?
Well, I just think in these games, I thought all four lines. You play four lines. It's. I don't think it's mandatory. Certain guys got to get a certain amount. Millsies plays a lot of hockey for us. If we can win a game 4-0, and Millsy plays 50 minutes, you got to bank it. We got a lot of games. What do we have? 50 games left, so a lot of mileage. So I thought I could use. I mean, I wasn't really concerned with any line. I thought the Teddy line was really good, and I had no problem with them going against Reinhart or the Barkov or the Bennett line. And I thought I thought that was a big key why I got them a little more ice time.
You get the Besser goal on the 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And that passes from JT finding him backdoor, a pretty high level
Yeah.
play. Of late, we've seen, and I know your guys rotate a fair bit, and that's what you want, but of late, we've seen JT start a little bit more often at the net front. Is there a reason why you've gone to that look?
Yeah, I mean, basically, you have the two raised, three lefties. Obviously the other day, Kuzi's one-timer. If we can develop Kuzi to shoot that puck, I mean, that's a hell of a one-timer Kuzi had. So if we can develop him to shoot that puck from there, that's going to open up a lot of different lanes, because I think early in the season or later, like the last 10 games, nobody's respecting Kuzi because he wasn't shooting the puck. So then they could overplay Petey. But now that if we get Kuzi to develop that, then you'll have some other thing open up. But I like Millsy on the 5-on-3 coming up high. Actually, we had 2 chances on that back door before that goal, but it worked out great.
What does it say about the standard that you've set here, that on a night where you beat a good team 4-0, hold all their top players off the score sheet, but yet JT is still talking about how his line needed to be better in the matchup?
Well, that's the way Millsy is. He's never satisfied, in the sense of his play. When he plays bad or if he doesn't feel he plays well, or his line was, they were out there for some chances tonight, he doesn't he doesn't look, he's happy we won 4-0, but he wants to go to the video tomorrow. Like, he's on us coaches. He wants to know what happened. What can he do better? Like, he's done that all week about his defensive play. He went soft footy the other day. So I think that to me is, a guy not satisfied. I mean, I love that.
You ended up not leaning on many of your star players. Was that something you had hoped to do before the game, even out the ice time a little bit?
Well, I think the last 3-4 games, I just think that some guys are playing well. I think Dakota, Garland's playing well. Teddy, Suter tonight was really good. I want to get Kuzi. I want to get his confidence going. Laughs. I think those guys got to play a little bit more, and if that means you got to take a little bit more off your stars, so be it. I mean, but those guys know. I mean, we got to count on those guys. I mean, like I said, 4-0, and the minutes were, they were great. And we got a 4-game road trip in 6 days. There wasn't a lot of mileage on some of those guys, so that's going to really help us.
Circumstances brought that Suter line together.
Yeah.
One you feel like maybe you might actually take a look at and have a run with Suter and Kuzmenko and Phil?
Yeah. I mean, I felt comfortable putting them out there. Obviously Suter with Dakota and Garza was a really good line. Even before, when Suits got hurt, that was a really good line. They had a good stretch for about 5 games. It might have been one of our best lines. So it seems like, whether it's Teddy or Suits, I can, for now, I'm not going to touch it, but who knows? Maybe you flip-flop sometimes.
Rick, you still have an open spot on your 23-man, and you're heading out on the road. Are you going to call someone up, bring an extra body on the road here?
Yeah, actually, Patrick's waiting for me in the office after I hear. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We always like, if we can carry an extra defenseman or two, and 23, they'd like to do that here. I'd like that too. It's good for practices, and it's good for a lot of different reasons.
Dakota gets 2 goals.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of chances without getting rewarded, and then he ends up with that second goal sort of into an empty net. When you watch that play live or just on the floor afterwards, is there good work going on there from Garland and him on the forecheck in terms of reading that play, or is that a bounce?
No, I think Garz came to the bench. He goes, "Thank God he went that way." Like he kind of put pressure on Bobrovsky, and I think that really kind of, obviously made him throw the puck away. But yeah, no, I think Garz, kind of spooked him a little bit, and good for Dakota being in the right spot. He did, he deserves one of those empty net goals every once in a while. Dakota, he's really had some chances, and he's played well for us.